Welcome to the gallery. We're focused on the gold.
Rolling something up real quick. Lord Quasimodo the second.
Yo,
10K Quasimodo.
what's good?
Nothing, bro. How are you?
I'm chilling, man. Pretty. I know you just got off work, huh?
Yeah, I just got off work. Liquor store shit.
Nah, it's been pretty busy today, man. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, what do you got going on?
Working. I've been dashing. I'm a door dasher, bro.
Oh, word. I know my brother's a door dasher. I got like 5 friends that are all dashers. They all like it, bro.
They don't fuck with it?
No, they do like it.
Oh, they do. Yeah, it's a smooth operation, bro.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, if you hustle hard, you can make good money in a day.
Yep.
You work at your own pace, man. That's the future.
Yes, sir. I'm proud of them. At DoorDash, man. Nah.
The guild, the Door Dashers Guild.
But yo, we haven't spoken since New Year, bro. How's your New Year so far?
Good, man. Good, man. I got a lot of developments with my own personal life underway. Obviously writing music, working on some new stuff because I went a year without releasing in between my first 2 albums, and I hope that that's the last time that happens because I want to release something this year. I really do. And I want it to be sooner rather than later, and I'm actually making a lot of headway. I'm working on a couple projects right now, and they got some totally different energies to them. And when I run out of ideas for one, I kind of bounce to the next. So I'm always creating. So it's a good thing.
Okay. What type of shit you been working on though?
I mean, just rapping, getting. I mean, I want to start producing, but to get started with like the right equipment and stuff, I want to make sure I'm not wasting my money. So with the producers that I'm friends with, I'm going to pick their brain a little bit over time and kind of see what they use and what they like and how I can get the most bang for my buck, because you need the proper equipment to make something that's good.
Yeah.
And I don't have any of that. I just have an interface and a mic.
Laptop,
so, yeah. I got I'm blessed to have a really good laptop right now, so I'm in a good situation. Mm-hmm. But I've been thinking a lot about producing, because I know I can make some funky shit that I can make it sound exactly how I want it to sound. You know what I mean? Rather than sifting through 1,000 beats and finding the 10 that fit me the best. Mm-hmm. Cut the middleman out type shit.
Yeah, I remember last time we were talking about the fact that you can't rap on no bullshit. Rinky dink.
No, man, I'd like to say that my beat selection is above average. I'd like to say that I really save the best beats for the stuff that I release. And shout out to all the producers that I work with, man. They all they fucking catch lightning in a bottle. You know what I mean? Like my boy Tapes, my boy fucking Labmatic, fucking Stoic. He did Critical Thinking. That's one of the best beats I've ever heard in my life. And I actually haven't been in touch with him, but I just fucking released that beat. I was like, yeah. He posted that one on YouTube. That's how I found it. And he was like, if you use this beat, make sure you come with the bars on it. And I DM'd him. I was like, bro, I guarantee you nobody fucking rap better than me on this song. So it's my beat. Everyone else that you hear on that beat is just using it. Yeah. That's a Christianxcap beat now. I claim ownership.
Yo, you murdered that shit.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. I was listening to it the other day. I actually stopped listening to my own shit for a while, kind of recoup and just, seek inspiration from outside sources. And I've been listening to so much MF Doom, bro. Rest in peace to the fucking GOAT. I can't believe he's gone, man. It's crazy. I really think he's the greatest ever. It's absolutely absurd the way he's able to rap with so much conviction that weirdly. He's really the fucking truth, man. He paved the way for so many people that we appreciate today in the game. I mean, to just feed off of him, like I can tell that my pen is getting sharper just by having him in my ears all day. With my fucking, You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Listening to Food and Mad Villainy. I listened to Doomsday for one of the first times. I listened to it one time when I was like younger, and I was just way more into Food and Mad Villainy. Those were two of the first 3 albums I ever bought with money. When I was 15 years old, I got like a bunch of iTunes gift cards for Christmas. And I bought those 2 Doom projects and what's that album by The Internet where it's is it Feel Good or something like that with them swimming on the cover?
I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about? You ever listen to The Internet?
Yeah, I fuck with The Internet, but is that one of their first albums?
No, it's right. It's 2013. So I'm gonna find out what the name of it is. Feel Good, yeah, it's Feel Good. It's got Mac Miller feature on it. It's got a bunch of Tay Walker. Yeah, dude, that's a good album. Those are the first 3 albums I bought with my own money, so I was bumping those a lot in my formative years.
Wow. Yeah, R.I.P. MF Doom, man.
Seriously, he is. You ever listen to those projects in full, man?
Yeah, I fuck with Doom. Actually, Food was one of the first albums I bought. Mad Villainy was one of the first albums I bought too.
He released those in the same year, bro.
Mm. Wait,
that's some legendary shit. He released both of those in the same year.
Yeah, 04?
Yeah, crazy, 04.
Man. Crazy, man.
That's crazy. That was a good year for hip hop, bro. You got College Dropout coming out at that time.
Mm-hmm.
That's paved the way for the new era. You know, that's the groundwork that was laid for, like, you know, the blog era and shit like that. It was very pivotal to where hip hop is today.
Mm-hmm.
Got to give thanks to, you know, for me being able to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what's up with you, man? How's the gallery going?
Gallery's been pretty quiet past couple of days. I'm sure by the time this goes up, that won't be a true statement. But had to come right for the new year, bro. I had to like gather my thoughts and everything. I'm trying to go extra hard this year, so I just need to prepare myself, really.
You and me both, brother. Let's fucking work on some music.
I'm down. I've been working on some music, bro.
I'm trying to fucking, so like a little leak of what I'm trying to do with one of my future projects, at least. I'm trying to do a mixtape that's like very collaborative with a lot of the friends I've made over time with, you know, the underground scene. So I obviously want you to be involved with that. All the Cali boys, you know, Cujo, Jose. Because I mean, I got a collab off with Calvin. I got a collab off with Mikey. But it's not enough, you know what I mean? I want to do a bunch of shit. I want people to know that, you know, we're in cahoots. You know, we got the shit on lock.
Yeah.
So, you know, the underground needs to stick together. You know, there's a lot of potential in the youth right now, man. I'm super excited to see where a lot of these guys go, including myself. I think we're all geared up and have the juice. You know what I mean? I think we could all do great things.
You need to get Jose Homicide on your shit.
Absolutely. I'm super excited to work with him.
That would sound crazy.
I already know. He had a very lasting first impression on me, man, when we fucking met in LA. Because I spoke with him semi-often, but I would speak with Calvin more, you know, before that trip where I met them all. You know, we linked up at the Jack in the Box and met each other, and, you know, it was cool. Fucking... Bro, we went and chilled in fucking Little Tokyo. And we were fucking, you know, just fucking around doing some kid shit, just hanging out, like, you know, the public spaces and fucking doing whatever. Just fucking 12 deep, hanging out, being kids. There was like some fucking karaoke shit going on at this gazebo. And it's like full of people. And Jose's like, yo, I'm about to sing a Prince song up here. And everyone's like, nah, you're not about to do that. He's like, oh, bet. He turns around, he fucking walks out to the gazebo, bro. He's like, yeah, I want to do a Prince song, blah, blah, blah. He had the DJ look it up. Dude, there's got to be like 150 people in this crowd. Dude, he starts like busting a move, dancing, fucking singing the high notes and this shit. We're all just like, yeah. It was so funny, bro. I got footage of it somewhere. I'll send it to you. It's hilarious.
Yo.
He's like, I've never done some shit like that before. I'm like, fuck that. It looks like you did.
Yeah, he's capping.
No, he's a funny motherfucker, bro. He's hilarious. He's got me dying all the time. I'm on his close friend's story. He's so fucking funny on that
Yo.
shit, bro. But no, he's got some great music. Homicide Volume 1, man, he took strides on that project, man. That was a big step up for him. He really grew up on that album. I'm very excited to see what he does.
Mm-hmm. You know, he recorded his first albums on his fucking iPhone.
No shit.
Yep. Raspberry.
What? Raspberry Headache was an iPhone fucking recorded album?
I'm shocked, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, so shocked.
It doesn't necessarily surprise me considering like how good voice memos sound on the iPhone.
Yep.
And how much like mixing and mastering can really fucking affect the project these days.
Yep.
Well, I mean, it's always been the case. You know, engineers are important, but that's fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my boy Ant, bro, he fucking was always sending me demos. He's like, yeah, this is just on my iPhone. I'm like, you fucking bastard. That's so crazy to me. I wish I fucking knew that was the case. It wouldn't have dropped half a rack on fucking all this shit. But nah, it's better off having the mic and the interface and stuff.
Have you never used your Apple headphones to make some shit?
Nope.
Not even as a demo?
Nah, because I don't know. The situations I've been in, like for recording music, has always been like not optimal. There's always been like some commotion in other parts of the house, or, you know, things like that. I've never had like a super secluded studio space because we were recording at Tony's house, then we're recording at my house and Matt's house, and you know, me and my boy Matt, we live together now, and we got a studio set up here. There's always some shit going on in another room, so it's like kind of stressful always recording like my whole life. So I always just save recording until it's like time to record shit that I know that I'm going to release. So by the time I record some shit, I've recited it 100 times. So, but yeah, no, every time I've never done one of the iPhone memo recordings and shit. I use the iPhone memos to capture like cool flows that I think of when I'm listening to beats when I'm super stoned, because I can't write when I'm high for shit.
Bro, this is what Calvin told me, bro. He said, you know this, how you can screen record on your phone?
Yeah.
There's a button. Did you know you could screen record and pick up your audio?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yep.
Yeah, that's what he does. Or that's what that's what he recommended. It's not necessarily the voice memo app. It's the screen recording shit.
Wow.
Yeah. Dude, I recommend that shit. Well, as soon as Calvin told me about this shit, I went home and practiced, bro. That shit's insane. The quality is nice.
Yeah, bro. iPhone's got good technology. That's why we're spending so much money on this shit.
Yeah.
I can't wait to get the iPhone 12 Pro Max and fucking record my own videos and shit, because the camera quality on that new iPhone's crazy, bro. It's crazy. What the fuck am I going to spend external money on a camera for when I got, you know, I'm due to get a new phone. I'm just going to use that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Get like one of those, get one of those little fisheye Johns and just attach it to that.
Yeah, the camera's only getting better.
I know.
5 years from now, we're gonna be like, that iPhone 12 shit was dookie.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, the fucking iPhone 4 camera. Looking back on that shit, Tarantino's gonna be using the iPhone 14 for his last movie. He's gonna be fucking just posted up like this.
Hey yo. Nah, man. Has that been? There has to be some iPhone clips in some famous ass movies, bro. Or if not, like an iPhone shot movie.
I wouldn't doubt it, or at least like a music video or something that we don't know about.
Oh, music video easily, bro. I'm dropping some shit my homie shot on the fucking iPhone.
Can't wait for that.
Easy.
Cannot wait for that.
But what do you finna shoot? You finna shoot yourself type shit, or like you're finna have somebody shooting for you and you're just directing them, or what?
Yeah, probably. I mean, my homie Ruby Ryan dropped an album recently called You Could Move In. It's a great album. I did the artistic direction, stuff like that. They have a prolific background in video and photography and like doing stuff for like performing artists and stuff. So we're definitely going to link and work on some video production in the future. We've been talking about it for months, and you know, we're both super on board with helping each other out. So it's going to be a cool experience. I still think the window's open to work on some stuff, some visuals for Junk.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I don't, given my circumstances as like an underground artist, that's just living a day to day, being a normal person, besides, making music and stuff. Like I don't have the capital means to just be self-sufficient with the music. So I'm not going to act like my window's closing for working on music videos and stuff. I honestly want to do like an archival kind of project where it's like a super long like video with a bunch of like behind the scenes shit that I have recorded over the years, which there is some stuff, and do music videos for anything I really want to throughout my discography. I can do some shit for Don, and I can do some shit for Ultra. I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? I just want to make cool content. I don't want to follow the market's norm, considering how fucking cutthroat the competition is. There's so many artists out, bro, and like labels really have a grip on how the streaming platforms support artists and shit, and it's kind of sad. But that's why what you're doing is cool. That's why what you're doing is cool, man. We're not listening to where the money's talking. It's about just putting the good shit on the map. That's it.
Sir, appreciate you, man.
I appreciate you.
But I agree. Like, I don't think it's ever too late to drop some visuals, especially, the discography is obviously growing, but, like, it's not to the point where people forgot about Donnin or people forgot about Ultra Savvy. You can still drop, or even Junk, you still got hot shit to make.
Absolutely.
Let's go. So, who are some of your favorite athletes, bro? I see the Eagles beanie.
Bro, there is not a bigger Eagles fan in hip hop than me. I don't care what anybody says. I am so fucking emotionally attached to the Philadelphia Eagles, bro. It's so stressful because we had such a shit year, bro. It's so annoying. Like I can name you pretty much every player on the team. Like I'm all over it. Football season's a very good time, unless Eagles start sucking. But still, I'm all over it. They need to get Wentz's ass the fuck out of there, because my boy Jalen Hurts he's a player. He's a baller. It's like Carson Wentz is pussy. I'm so tired of his shit, man. He's saying he's unhappy with the organization, the way things have been handled. He's the 34th rated quarterback in football. 34th best QB rating. That's worse than all the starters and 2 backups.
Like that are currently in the league?
Yes. This season, he had the 34th best QB rating.
So he's damn near the worst QB.
Yeah, he was sacked the most times, tied for the most interceptions, and the 34th best QB rating. That is crazy. Yeah, dude, I can't even wrap my head around that. We're due to pay him fucking, what is it, $38 million this year?
Man, see, I don't keep up with, I don't know too much about football, especially in the recent years. So, but I love seeing people get riled up for sports, man.
Man, my brother's a Packers fan. They just had a big win against the Rams. I thought, that game could go either way, but the Packers fucking handled their ass. They handled that. Oh my God. Jalen Ramsey looked like shit. But yeah, football's a good time, man. It was a cool year for football.
How do you feel about the bubble, though? Like, how do you feel about all these athletes having to be in the bubble?
I mean, you mean the bubble, like what NBA did with the playoffs?
Yeah, is that or maybe not the bubble, but like the lack of fans in the stands and shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's a city-to-city ordinance. So, like the Tennessee playoff game, there was fans there. So it depends on really where you are. The Eagles couldn't have any fans at the end of the year. I mean, with this pandemic, man, as long as we just start, getting cases down, because that has not happened thus far. So, I mean, it sucks not having fans in the stands because they're just like faking crowd noise and shit like that. But you know what? I thought the NBA handled it really well with the bubble. I thought it was super cool. I still think, the games were exciting and the playoffs were interesting. They had 0 positive tests the entire time, which you can't beat that, man. The NBA is a far more progressive league than the NFL is. And if it stays like that, for future generations, the NBA could be, giving the NFL a run for its money for being the market to beat. The sports world has to deal with basketball, man. It's become a global thing. There's a lot of people from a lot of places. Basketball is cool as fuck. I love the NBA. I love the NBA. People are like, NBA basketball is, I don't care about it. I know a lot of people that just watch like football and baseball. I'm like, bro, basketball's got some of the most talented people in the world.
Mhm.
If you're in the NBA, you're one of the 450 best basketball players on the planet. Aside from these, randos that just choose to play overseas, like Nikola Mirotic. He's not American. You want to go play in fucking Spain or wherever he's playing at, because he was the MVP over there. He's getting paid NBA money because he's the best over there. But besides that, you're one of the best 450, 500 players in the league. If you're an NBA basketball player, that's just crazy. That is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I knew some kids in high school that thought they had a potential shot at, making some league presence, but yeah, those dreams quickly were humbled. And it's like, hey, I don't knock you for trying, bro. You can do something, but not if you don't fucking work your ass off. You can't have a social life, if you're going to be an NBA basketball player. You have to live with a basketball in your hand. Mm-hmm. You can't go fucking hook up with girls. You can't go fucking out drinking. You got to live with a basketball. Yep. You got to live with it, or be 7'2". That's it.
Dude, there's so many different professional leagues when it comes to basketball, though. Like even the G League, they got all these international leagues. Like, so I feel like there's a lot of like college teams. I feel like a lot of people like have potential to play for those type of teams. Even,
who I got beef with more than anybody?
Who?
The fucking NCAA, bro.
Why? Because they don't pay folks? Or what?
Yeah, exactly. That ties into exactly what you're saying. The G League is cool as fuck because it gives players an opportunity, like go play overseas. They get that like external year of play that the NBA requires before you go there. You get that off, and then like if you don't get signed to a team or draft or whatever, you go to the G League. Look at Talen Horton-Tucker on the Lakers. THT. You know who that is?
Not familiar.
Towards the end of the year last year, he was putting in some playoff minutes for the Lakers and performing. Man, he had some good buckets, and he's starting off the year this year as a role player for the Lakers, bro. He's good as hell. He came from the G League. The South Bay Lakers are always gassing him up.
Respect.
Yeah,
respect.
I fuck with basketball.
Dude, me too. I fuck with basketball and soccer the most. When it comes to me playing the sport, I don't like watching soccer.
Yeah, I know. I got a buddy that's big into soccer, and he used to play for a while. He was playing in college, and he tore his Achilles last year.
Jesus,
it's like oof, yeah, it was bad. But he's good. He's good now. Yeah, soccer's cool. That's the most popular sport in the world.
Yeah.
I'm always talking to Calvin. We were always talking shit to each other, like, "Oh, I'm going to cook you on the basketball court." We have yet to play, but we'll be sure to film for a 10K gallery exclusive. We're gonna be playing ball, bro. We'll play at 21. I'll beat him fucking 21-3.
Oh my god!
I'll give him 3 pity points. Tell him I said that too.
God.
Tell him I said that. I hope he listens to this, bro. I'm gonna give him the work.
Calvin, you can't let Christian sit here and say all this, bro. Wait, how tall are you, bro?
6'5".
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna post him up. That's it. The up and under is lethal.
Nah, I'm paying for those tickets right there, bro.
That's fine, bro. We're playing some fucking beautiful court in sunny California. That's fine. I'll be all the way across the country. I'll play an away game.
Yes, sir.
Play 7-game series. All 7 games I'll play away. I'll beat them in 4. It's fine.
Oh my god, he's talking crazy. He's talking so crazy. But nah, I can see it, bro. I can see that, bro. I feel like that'd be a good matchup because I've seen Calvin play ball, bro. So I need to see y'all play ball together. So
he's fucking. I'm a skinny motherfucker, so he can just he can post me up and body me in the paint, but I'll I'll cross him once or twice, just for good measure. It's all love. It's all love. I'll shake his hand at the end of the game. That's my boy, though. That's my boy. Yeah. I can't wait to go back out there again and fucking see all them and chill with you and fucking hang out. Man, this fucking pandemic's a pain in the ass because I was trying to go back to California like once or twice last year, and I'm definitely trying to go this year. I'm trying to, I'm trying to frequent because the first time I went, bro, I grew up in Jersey my whole life. I didn't have like vacations or anything growing up. And I went to Florida like one time, and then I went to California. Dude, I had such a blast out in Cali. Such a blast.
You ever been to like San Francisco, Oakland area?
Nope. I was only in SoCal. I was in LA the whole time. I was pretty much just in Hollywood the whole time because my boy Joe was doing the pop-up there. And then we linked up with, with Calvin and them and kind of explored a little bit. But the whole time I was pretty much just in West Hollywood. We went to Santa Monica, but you can kind of just feel that it's mad touristy over there. It's kind of, it's tacky. It reminded me of home in a bad way because I got the boardwalk right by my house, the Jenkinson's boardwalk where I live, and that's a known tourist spot. There's people from everywhere. We just had fucking Kevin Jonas on the beach last year after hanging out at the boardwalk and shit. He came into my store and shit. So it's like, it's a total tourist trap. It's a total tourist trap.
Wait, Kevin Jonas walked into your store?
Yeah, bro. We got like the biggest liquor store right by the fucking boardwalk. So we're just slammed all summer long. It's just a party in there all the time.
That gotta get annoying.
Yeah, it's something. Busy as fuck, but it's cool. It's cool. It could be worse. Everyone's in a good mood shopping out of their store. You know what I mean? You got to get the booze for the party supply.
Yes, sir. What's the laws out in Jersey? Like, can you sell alcohol until closing?
Yeah, we close at we usually on a normal day close at 10 p.m. and then we can sell liquor up until that point. And legally in Jersey, it's weird as fuck. So, you're in Cali, right? Where'd you grow up in Cali?
Cerritos, California.
Okay. So you probably can go to like a 7-Eleven or stuff and see some like beers in there.
Yep.
That is like no go in Jersey. Jersey's got the strictest alcohol laws in the whole country, I believe. So you can only get beer, wine, and liquor at a liquor store. So it's like, that's why we're like so busy in the summertime. You can't just go anywhere and get beer. And we've had people, we have a lot of run-ins with customers that are like fucking assholes and shit, fucking just causing problems over like an ID or some shit. They'll be like 22 years old and think they're above getting carded and shit. They'll be like, oh, we'll go get beer at the CVS. We don't need you. Fuck you. What? Be like, all right, go over there. Go over there to the pharmacy. See how many beers you'll find there. Jackass, because they'll be from like Pennsylvania or New York or something. So they'll think that it's cool.
Hold on. I've never heard of anybody tripping to that point where they get ID'd and they don't even want to purchase no more.
People from New York are mad rude, man. They're mad fucking rude. You call them Bennies.
You think there's
North Jersey
underage?
and New York? I don't know. They're just assholes. This is it. They'll definitely look of age, but the kids that are underage that come in the store, they're like mad nervous. We're like, oh.
So give us something to look out for, man. To look forward to from Christianxcap.
Better music. I really came into my own with Junk, but it was more so just it was supposed to be a spectacle of how much and how good I can rap. Whereas I'm trying to get more back to the experimental thing in the future, because Ultra Savvy was experimental. And when I was rapping on that album, I was rapping really good. But like, if you look at it from just a sheer word count or, the amount of rap content that I had on Ultra Savvy versus Junk, there's a 5-song difference. Junk has 5 more songs. And I wasn't really doing a lot of like hooks or experimental shit with like the vocal effects and stuff like that. So I'm trying to just bring the two together, Ultra Savvy and Junk, and you know, there's nothing really out of the ordinary per se, but something. You know what I mean? I can't even lie to you and tell you I have a full idea of what I'm going to be doing in the future. You know what I mean? Because, you know, my first two projects, I didn't really know what the fuck I was doing until, you know, the moment I pressed, you know, upload for the shit. So it's always changing up until the end, but you can expect me to have some new faces on my work, and you can expect me to come harder than I did on the first two for sure.
All right.
I'm always getting better. I've been writing. I've been taking a lot of long breaks. I haven't wrote, like, as of right now, I haven't wrote in like maybe 2 to 3 weeks, but I still go over the shit that I've been writing. You know, I'm just taking a good break. I got some shit going on. We just re-signed the lease on the house, and I got you know, regular people shit because I'm not where I want to be with the music. So I'm living a regular life and the music life, balancing the two.
What is?
Yeah, man. You can. What's up?
Like, what do you mean by that? Like, elaborate. Like, how do you balance a regular life, or what do you even mean by a regular life?
I got a 40-hour work week, and I fucking, you know, pay bills and go grocery shopping and shit. But at the same time, I have high aspirations for what I can do as a musician. So whatever downtime I get, I try to, you know, receive any information from the world that I can to make me a better artist, and write when I can and discover beats when I can. I'm still beat shopping every day. And, you know, just, it's a lot to juggle. I basically, you know, treat it like I got 2 jobs and I'm working all the time. Because I'm working a 40-hour work week, and then when I'm not working, I'm honed in on my music career and what I can do to further myself in that regard. So it's you know, just going with the motions. You can expect music from me this year, because between Ultra Savvy and Junk, it was too long. At that rate, you know, I'll be fucking 40 years old before I fucking get any buzz. At that point, it's kind of goofy. So I can't be doing that. I'll be getting grays and shit.
This man's hilarious. Don't put too much, bro. It was 2 years, right?
Yeah.
See, I mean, in the music game, that might seem like a long time, but, you know, in real life shit.
Right.
You know,
and dude, I'm totally with you on that, because before the streaming age, which is ultimately fucking the game right now, and it's way too oversaturated, and the labels got way too much of a pull. Before the streaming game, it was a lot more based off the strength of your work, how much you succeed, and rappers 2 years in between albums would be kind of quick. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like the top guys would be going like 4 or 5 years without, you know, releasing new work, and then, you know, all the money was in album sales. But now with the streaming age, all the money's in touring, and the streaming is just kind of getting you bolstered towards a tour, and merch is a big factor, and, you know, things like that. There's new creative ways to earn revenue as an artist, but it's so oversaturated with the streaming age. It's frustrating, because, you know, you see a lot of guys, you know, coming and going so fast, and you see guys that don't seem deserving of being in that spot, but the labels see that they can, you know, profit off of them in some way, shape, or form. You know, get them to sign a 360 deal, and then fucking poof, Spotify puts them on these huge playlists and shit. You know, I just sit there and listen. I'm like, man, I'm better than these motherfuckers, but they have, you know, different means and stuff. And I'm not, you know, hating on anybody. There's a lot of people that are deserving for their spot, but it's a weird position that I'm in, because I know what I'm capable of, but I got to find a way to stand out. And once I learned that the universe has perfect timing, and once I learned that it's me versus myself, I became far more comfortable with just doing what I want to do. Because there's one rule to music. I can't remember if I mentioned this in our last time we spoke, but there's one rule. Despite everything else, the one single rule to being an artist is the music has to be good. You can do it in any which way, shape, or form. MF Doom has spoken about how what he's done, people have tried to tell him, like, oh, that ain't it, you know, this, that, and the third. and he stuck with what he believed in. And at first listen, you're like, this is the weirdest, wonkiest shit ever. But he paved the way for so much shit that we hear today. It's like, oh, he's got to be one of the greats. I think he's the greatest. Just for my pedigree as an artist, I was always in the alternative, vein of hip hop. It wasn't always the commercially successful artist that I gravitated towards. Like, the base of my pedigree comes from Odd Future and early Mac Miller, and it stems into like, a lot of artists that you see today, like Mick Jenkins is a big inspiration of mine, guys like that. And they don't necessarily, have like radio spins or anything like that, but they stuck to what they do best and made it theirs. And they stood out, and that's why they have a career to live off. You know what I mean? It's like, that's important to kind of just stay true to yourself and not worry about what's going to get fucking radio spins. So
I think, hearing you, I'm seeing very good qualities in an artist, because there's a lot of artists that want the radio spins, want the radio to fuck with them, want the people to fuck with them, and their music doesn't mean shit, or like their music isn't even necessarily as good as the next artist. You feel me? So this is definitely a refreshing take, from a gallery conversation and point of view. But I'm curious, do you ever like, because as you should, bro, you should have high aspirations for yourself and know the type of man you're gonna become in the rap game or just in life. But do you ever just be at your job and being like, damn, these motherfuckers don't even know?
Yeah, all the time, bro, all the time. There was some fucking old head, dude. This old head, bro, he had to have been like 40-something. And he came in, and he's a white dude. So like 40-year-old white dudes that are like opening their mouth way too much about hip-hop, bro. Like they have a susceptibility of being corny. And this guy was talking to me, and I think a rap song was playing in the store, because we have to kind of like be careful about the songs that we're playing, just so there's no like cursing and shit. I think it was like Free by Kanye West off the fucking Kids See Ghosts album. I don't know, some shit was playing, and he was like, oh, what's this? This isn't real rap. And I was just like, I had time that day. It was like a slow day in the summertime. I was like, oh, okay, bro. I was just like, we went back and forth, and he's like, oh yeah, what do you know about rap? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I'm an artist. I know a lot about rap. I fucking live and breathe this shit. He's like, oh yeah? Let me hear you spit something. I'm like, I don't rap for free. I was fucking with me. I was like, I don't rap for free. My homie's standing next to me. He's dying laughing. He's like, yeah, it's because you can't rap. You probably listen to Travis Scott. I was like, no, I don't. I don't listen to Travis Scott. I think he's got a lot of recycled sound. It's more commercial. He's like, oh yeah, you spit something. And I spit something. And he's like, I'll spit something right now. His guy was pretty tanked up. He's like, he rapped some goofy ass shit. I was like, what are you doing, bro? He's like, yeah, you can't rap on the spot. That means you're not a rapper. I was like, oh my God, dude. Go fucking break dance or something. Get the fuck out of here.
Go listen to my fucking album, bro.
Yeah, these motherfuckers don't know. It's like, he's like, oh, I'll download your shit right now. I was like, Junk wasn't out at the time. It was like over a year ago. I was like, Ultra Savvy, Christianxcap. He's like, oh, okay. This is weird. I'm like, yeah, well, you've never seen it before. So that's a good thing in its own, you fucking bozo.
How often do you have those type of encounters?
Oh, that was the only time. It was mad goofy. But like, if I saw someone at like a party or something, it's like, oh, what do you do, man? You work for them? It's like, yeah, I'm an artist, blah, blah, blah. Oh, really? There's a lot of people that are super curious when I bring it up, and they download my shit or whatever. But I'm not, super like forward, like, hey, download my album, buy my album. Fucking just, if other people want to speak and be like, yo, that my friend is good at what he does, blah, blah, blah. I'm never the guy that's like, yeah, I'm an artist, I'm the best out, just that. Yeah. I've seen people do that, and I've seen all the people that do that suck. Yep. You know what I mean?
That's like, their tactic, bro. They're like, they know their ass, bro. They know.
I know. It's like, download it, listen to it, shove it down your throat. 8 links in a fucking week. Fucking like I'm good, bro. I'm good. I'm gonna promote it. When it's out, give thanks, and my close friends will be like, yo, I got some shit, promote it for me. They'll do some posts, and then I'm just trying to build it organically. I'm not trying to be some fucking newsletter. You know what I mean? It's like, because if it's good enough, people are going to tell other people about it, and it's going to grow organically. That's it. That's all there is to it. I'm not worried about it. I don't care what the timeline is looking like. I know it's me versus myself. And I know that when it's like unbelievably classically good, then I'm going to be fine. I have faith in it. I think Ultra Savvy is good for where I was as a 19-year-old. I think Junk is good for where I was as a 21-year-old. Now I'm 22. Let's see what I can do from there. Mm-hmm. I always envisioned myself as being one of those guys that kind of saw my prime in my 30s. Because I feel like I'm kind of an old soul with the way I approach shit. You know, I try to approach shit in life from like a diplomatic standpoint and see reason in everything and calculate it that way. I see myself having a steady growth as an artist. And I think the guys that blow up super fast also fizzle out super fast. I want to be one of those guys that, you know, can last in the game for a while. And I just got to keep reinventing myself and staying true and being humble, man. Because, you know, there's people out there that are more talented than me that are younger than me. And, you know, I always know that I have work to do. And I always know that, you know, not being humble is like not the way. Being like, oh, yeah, I'm the fucking man. You know, fuck these guys. That shit's dead. That's some 90s shit. I don't care about that. I want to see everybody eat. There's enough fucking food at the table, like we said the last time. You know what I mean?
Yep. Man, it's one thing to do that shit and your shit's good, you know, because that kind of makes me respect you a bit more, you know, because that means you're actually into your music and you know what you're doing, right? But you know, some clowns out here, man. Yeah, I've seen too many clowns, bro. Especially even before the gallery shit, before people were trying to send me music and shit. Like, I'd just be scrolling and seeing like the energy, the same energy that you had, like, oh, listen to my album, stream my shit. Like when you just met the person, bro, you could see that shit on the timeline. Sometimes you're like, dude, you're not even really rapping, bro, and you got all these. I don't know, man. I also don't like when people be buying tens of thousands of Instagram followers just to drop a trash, trash single.
Those fucking dorks, bro. They don't even notice that we notice so easily when they have fake followers and fake likes. There's like, I've seen some local dudes like around here do that shit. It's ridiculous, bro. Like I'm not here to like name names and start some fucking beef over in Point Pleasant, New Jersey, but like, let's be real. I know some people that have bought plays, bought likes. I know some people that bought reposts from XXXTentacion when he was selling reposts on SoundCloud. I know some people that bought those reposts and pawned it off to their little friends that they were fucking, you know, blowing up. Like, oh, look, I got 30,000 plays on SoundCloud. Yeah. So did fucking Mikey Swamp and Bash Murphy on Get Down With Your Bitch in 2017. They got fucking like 38,000 plays on that shit. They didn't do any promo. That's off the strength. There's a difference, bro. You can't fucking fake the funk. And people try to all the time and think they'll get away with it. It's like, no. It's like, stop doing that shit. Buying likes, buying followers. Why don't you buy a fucking beat and rap on it? Why don't you do that? You're stealing beats and buying reposts. You got the game fucked up, man. You got your priorities crooked.
Yeah.
Like fucking,
hey, this is what we need. This is what I need, bro. The priorities is fucked up, but that should be working sometimes, bro. You'd be surprised, like, especially out here. Like, I be seeing people going from 0 to 100 from nothing. Their music isn't that great, but they got connections, you know, they got money behind them. That's really the music industry now, bro. It's fucked up, like you said.
It's gross, but I think it's coming to a renaissance era because I think people are kind of becoming aware to a lot of the finicky bullshit that's going on with the industry. And I also noticed that, you know how people say like real rap is, you know, is gone, you know, hip hop's dead, you know, that corny take. There's some truth, that whole like real rap thing. You can tell when a rapper's like really rapping. And like, it doesn't have to be like some Freddie Gibbs, who's like one of the best out. I think Lil Baby is like arguably the best rapper out too. And it's a totally different, you know, sound and style. But like, if you're rapping, you're rapping. If you're not, you're not. I think the bar is being raised again for how good of a rapper you have to be to succeed, slowly but surely. So that's what makes me feel comfortable as an artist. I see myself, you know, being able to go bar for bar with a lot of these guys, you know, if not now, in the near future. And I think that's what people are going to be looking for. People aren't going to be looking for the catchy radio shit forever. You know what I mean? I like rap is easily the biggest genre in the world right now, like hip hop in general. Will that be the case forever? I don't know, because EDM is also like a big rising community and big thing going on right now. So I have a couple friends that are super into EDM. I know a couple EDM artists, and who knows? Because the way hip hop is being so commercialized and globalized, it's causing a lot of industry plants and otherwise to, have this catchy shit be on the forefront when really they're not, saying anything or doing anything to advance the culture and bring it forward. So we'll see what happens in the future. Yeah. All I know is me versus myself. It's you versus yourself. The fuck we got to compete with each other for? Doesn't make any sense, and we won't.
Definitely hear you.
Yeah,
for sure. What do you think that says about, like, I wanted your take on the social media generation.
I hate social media, man. I really do. First off, it's addicting. Like I keep up with like my screen time in a week and stuff. I get to update every Sunday morning. It's been going down a lot, but Twitter is addicting as fuck. I'll catch myself closing the app and then opening it right back up mindlessly. You know what I mean? It's like, that's fucked up. And it causes a lot of attention deficit in the population. Like, I think I have an attention deficit disorder. I really do. I think we spoke on this the last time because you were asking me about like fucking psilocybin and shit. I don't think, I mean, I may or may not have been born with that, but I think Twitter and fucking Instagram and shit really fucks with it. I think that if I wasn't an artist, I would be one of these people that uses social media super sparingly. But I have to bite the bullet at some point and just I have to have some marketing approach as an artist. I wish I didn't have to be on social media all the time, but I kind of have to, make sure my presence is known and have just a daily brand of myself. And it's like, oh, that's Christianxcap doing his thing. This is him. I have to make sure people don't, forget I exist per se.
Yeah.
Man, I think I lost a couple key supporters that were from random places, like including like Switzerland and like, a couple people here and there that I've never met before that approached me on social media. Like, oh, I'm a big fan of your music. I tell all my friends about your stuff, blah, blah, blah. After Ultra Savvy. And it was such a long time in between then. I don't hear from those people anymore. So it's like, oh, fuck. That's what happens when you don't constantly just shove yourself down people's throats, man. It's like there's so much oversaturation in the game, and social media is just clogged all the time with so much content over and over and over. And now TikTok is adding to that shit. There's just a lot of overwhelming amounts of content just from social media, and the social media age definitely sucks. But on certain issues and things like that, it's the best news outlet. Like last year was a fucking horrible year just for America, and not much has changed going into the new year. But all of the best, sources of information were from the people living it and experiencing it on Twitter. So there's pros and cons, but as an artist, it totally sucks. You know what I mean? Because I would much rather have grown up 20 years ago and fucking saved up for studio time and fucking found someone in the studio that heard how fucking good of a rapper I was. I feel like I'd be fucking on by now. I definitely have the strength. You know what I mean? I think anyway. So it's just, there's millions of people doing what we're doing right now. Millions. So it's like, how do I stand out?
Yep.
You thank social media for that.
Do you ever think could you stand out by not being on social media, maybe?
Being more of like a mystic kind of approach, like fucking, hey man, Doom was one of the most ghostly beings ever in hip hop. He was such an apparition. He was so not there that he was there. And that's, I mean, I am certainly not even close to as good of a rapper as Doom was. It's like, but not being on social media, I feel like I need to be on social media until more people know about who I am and can expect more from me and be excited for me in the future. I think I'm at a very base level right now. If I'm not on ground zero, I'm very close to it. I wouldn't say ground zero, but I'm definitely, ground one, so to speak. But I think, when I get to a certain point, as I get bigger, I'll be on social media less. I think that'll be a linear kind of thing you can expect from me. I think, once I'm fucking, where I really want to be as an artist, and, I have a substantial following and a lot of respect in the industry, I don't see myself being on social media, like hounding social media every day with like Instagram stories and posts and things like that, just kind of, photo dumping, talking to people, spitball and things like that. I don't see myself doing that on a daily. I wish I could be fucking, in Kendrick Lamar's position where he doesn't have to post a fucking thing. You don't need to be on his phone at all. And everyone's just like, oh, K dot. You know what I mean? It's like, you got to earn that shit in this day and age to not be on social media at all and be as prolific as him. Yeah. It's like,
but I'm trying to think, how do you even get to that point without social media? And because most of the time it is social media that gets people nowadays to that point. So once you do get to that point, wouldn't you in turn have to be on social media to maintain that, since that's where your following came from in the first place?
Unless you're an all-timer like Kendrick Lamar, who's, I think, top 5 ever, if not top 3 ever.
No, I agree. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like his era was like right before ours. Like he wasn't.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. There is a little bit of a difference. I feel like it was like the blog era, and then it was a little bridge era, and now we're in that era where I don't even know what to call it. I don't think there's been an era with a title since the blog era. But Kendrick was popping off around that era too, the blog era, so to speak, with like, Odd Future or Mac Miller and Cool Kids and shit like that.
Yeah.
But our era is a little bit different.
Yeah. That's like you've been saying throughout this shit, man. It's way too oversaturated, bro. It makes me not even want to rap no more.
I know. It is disheartening at some point, but stick with it, bro. Stick with it, because you got a mind that's built for it. There's a lot of people that'll fake the funk, but you'll see them fizzle out, one by one. And then a lot of shit that one big thing that I keep faith in is that people will recognize persistence. People will recognize people that have fucking stayed true with it and have steadily improved despite what the fucking group think, despite what the trends are going towards, just sticking with themselves. And I live and breathe that example in myself. I was always an artist, and I was always on this steady inclination of growth and improving myself and sticking with it despite anything. And people didn't respect it at first, and now they do. They respect it now. And they're like, oh, you've been doing it for a really long time. Like, a buddy of mine from school, he saw me in a bar last year, and he was like, hey, man, I haven't seen you in a while, blah, blah, how are you? It's like, hey, not for nothing. Something I always respect about you is you never gave a fuck about what anybody thinks. You stay true to you. I'm like, yeah, I appreciate that, man. That means a lot for you to say. Stick with what you do and what you know. And when it seems like there's no light at the end of the tunnel, and there's no way to get better, just stick with it. One day, dude, everything will change. And you may not know. It could be tomorrow that, 10K galleries get some fucking A&R's attention. You know what I mean? It's like, you gotta stick with it. And it's super disheartening in this era because it's so oversaturated. But something that makes me feel good, how many early 20s artists do you see making a big stamp on the game right now that are super, super talented? I see Roddy Ricch. He's 21, 22, something like that. Yo, he is so incredible at making music. It is unbelievable. I love Roddy Ricch. But how many besides that? You know what I mean? How many besides? There's plenty of room. These guys are, everyone's getting older and older. These guys are going to want to start to retire, and it's time to, a lot of torches are going to be passed. Yeah. So keep the faith, man. We're gonna do some good shit. You just got to stick with it. And the people that win are the people that stick with it. Anderson .Paak is my favorite example of persistence.
He wasn't. How long has he been making music?
He has been an artist probably, I would assume, his whole life. And he really popped off after he was 30. He was 30 something. Because the song that really set him up for success was Suede, that No Worry song with Knowledge in him. You know that song?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, bro, that's in like my top 10 favorite songs ever. That song changed my life.
I might have heard it, but
I'll send you a link. There's a music video and everything. That's the song for Anderson .Paak that really set him up. Because Yes Lord by him and No Worries, one of my favorite albums ever, was incredible. And he, shortly after that song came out, he signed with Dr. Dre. And then he released Malibu, and then the rest is history. Earl Sweatshirt had Anderson .Paak open for him on a tour. And then a couple of years later, Anderson .Paak had Earl open for him on a tour. So it was levels to the shit, but that's such a crazy thing to me, and I love both of those artists. Yeah. It's really cool. And Anderson .Paak's like 30 something, but he was a double XL freshman in 2016. He was like head and shoulders the oldest one there. It was like, dude, he stuck true to his shit, and now he's like, what a prolific artist he is. You know what I mean? He just stuck with his persistence, and I'm sure he's spoken on that once or twice in his day. Yeah, and he's a humble dude, and that's what it is. Be humble, be persistent. Time will come.
I feel like that definitely solidifies your spot in the game too. Is if you got some music under your belt before you pop off.
Yep, because it's got people.
You said, what were you saying?
It's got it has people discover your past and feel good about unearthing some of the stuff that they didn't know before, and it creates a hierarchy of fans per se. I hate the word fans. I like listeners and supporters, but there'll be people that are like, yeah, I was listening to him since this.
Yeah.
So like when I'm on, they'll be like, oh, I've been with Christianxcap since Ultra Savvy, since Junk. Where were you? You only been here for this, that, and the third. People love to gatekeep within the listeners community, so you can just watch them go head to head in that regard. But that kind of discourse and that general idea of all those conversations happening about you as an artist, it helps bolster your success and really make you noted and on the scene and in the mix. You know what I mean? It's like people want to be aware of an artist early, and when they like to flaunt it, and you'll catch people along the way. So after every project, you'll have more and more supporters. It's just a matter of sticking with it, man. That's it.
Okay. All right, Christianxcap, I got like 2 more questions for you.
Okay, shoot, my friend.
This one, I've been thinking about it quite often lately, and I'm sure you've probably spent even more time thinking about it, because this is a pretty wild situation to be in. But let's say, like, with your current track record, everything you've dropped so far, one of your singles go viral, like crazy on TikTok, YouTube's, like it's crazy. Like you never thought this would ever happen to you this soon. So basically, I'm trying to prepare you here, right? Like I'm trying to set this, because like you said, this shit could happen tomorrow. This shit could happen like overnight type shit, like really. So what's your plan if you go viral? Because I don't want you to be worried about falling off, losing popularity, 15 minutes of fame, bro. I know you're not built for that, but you need a game plan. You need a team behind you. So speak on that for a minute.
So let's say a song of mine really pops off, right? Like seriously pops off, and then once a viral hit happens, labels see that and like, oh, we can profit off of more viral hits. We can get more money doing more songs with this guy. We just gotta get him into a deal. I'm open to a deal because I want to solidify my stance in the game, and labels unfortunately really do have a big say. So I look at the artists that have creative freedom in the game right now. Freddie Gibbs, I believe, is one of those guys. Childish Gambino, I believe, is one of those guys. Kid Cudi, I believe, is one of those guys. obviously they're far bigger and far deeper in this than I am, and older. Those are all like 30-something-year-old dudes. But I have to own my masters. You know what I mean? I have to own my publishing rights. I have to own my touring rights. I want kind of just a deal to where my promotion is helped, and in turn they get some money off of my music. But I don't want to sell away any of my own shit. But at the same time, you know, you got to find a middle ground between, you know, getting a deal done and not getting a deal done. But when that happens, it depends on the pandemic, of course. I would love to tour. I would love to get an album funded more and get like a bigger name that still has, you know, creative integrity on my work. I can see myself working extremely well with Kid Cudi. And I feel like if I was in a room with Kid Cudi, we would hit it off. Something about him, man. And he's a cool, down to earth dude. I'm the same way. I don't believe in this fucking high and mighty shit. And I really believe he's one of those few guys that are on the same page. I would love to get one of these artists that I look up to on my work. One of the first people I would look to is Haji from Odd Future. I know he doesn't do a lot, but he went independent and has been doing his own thing. I love his music still, and I think he's one of my favorite rappers ever. And I feel like he would be down, you know, seeing some dude like me with like a viral hit trying to, you know, make a new stamp in the game. I would love to fucking have Haji on that and give him some traffic. You know what I mean? I you know, coming from a place where, you know, hypothetically I'm in that position, but I would love to work with him. And I would love to work with these guys that I can learn from and take things in from, because I am by no means my best self yet. I think that's a limitless kind of journey. But if that were to happen, man, with like a big single like that, I would make sure to stay true to myself and not try to milk the popularity out of it. You know what I mean? I'm just going to stay true to myself, and people are going to like it, because I'm not making anything beforehand that's some popularity contest. I'm going to be, you know, making stuff that's me. And if people have a song that's all me go viral, then so be it. I'm going to continue to do that. And then that's just the epitome of everything I said I was going to do for years. Mm-hmm. So and trust me, when that day comes, I will be sure to have all of the artists, not just you, not just Calvin, not just Mikey Swamp, all of the artists that have helped me along the way. I'll make sure that they have a pipeline to do it themselves and help from me, without a doubt, because I want everybody to eat. I really do. It's not just like a cool, like, media controlled thing to say. I don't have any fucking media training under my belt. This is something that I really see for the future. I want a lot of people to succeed, people that are slightly above me as well, like guys like Frander and Amber Woods and all these artists that I once looked up to, that I now feel like we're in the same echelon where I consider them peers. I want them to succeed. I want everybody to succeed that I feel like has their own sound and their own kind of swag to the music and what they can bring to it. I want it to be a group thing. Mm-hmm. I want to help everyone I know be a part of the new generation.
Mm-hmm.